Hello everyone. Welcome to another Let's Get On With It adventure. I'm Grimith, and this is XCOM UFO Defense, also known as UFO Enemy Unknown. It is a sci-fi turn-based tactics game released in 1994. Tragic. Yet there is still hope for this world.
Warning. Warning. UFO detected.
We are going to purge the alien menace from this planet, for the mind of man is holy. And with the aid of humanity's ingenuity, we will cleanse the mutons and ethereals and sectoids, or whatever the hell the eggheads want to call them, and reign supreme, as is our destiny. I'll be playing this through the latest version of OpenXcom, an open-source project designed to fix numerous bugs and limitations of the original. It is a convenient UI, well worth my deviance from not modifying the games I play. I've not used OpenXcom before, but I have seen it in action. I think it'll be worth our time. Speaking of time, I'll be playing this game for at least 15 hours, to fulfill a special request made by Joshua Hearn. I don't see us going far beyond that, but perhaps my human purity run will make this series more enjoyable, or enjoyable enough for me. More on that later. I think UFO Defense is alright, but I don't love it. Really, the entire squad management genre isn't for me, particularly when the design and interface are dated, like in this game. And there's quite a bit of loose inventory management, which I don't much enjoy. An OpenXcom didn't really change that. You either like the style, or you get fucked. Now, I have played and beaten UFO Defense, but my last time doing that was 14 years ago. And I really preferred XCOM Apocalypse over this, but we're here, and I'll try to make the most of it. So, now that you know I'm not a scholar of the game, and that I'll be doing live commentary, you may want to stop watching. For the sake of your blood pressure, I'm trying to help you. There are some advanced switches that I flipped for, just for funsies, because they come with default in OpenXcom. We can customize our initial base setup, we can force launching of craft even when they aren't ready. We can predict UFO trajectory, so crafts fly towards a meeting point rather than always trying to be where the craft is instead of where it's going to be. We got some inventory stats. We got some, I think that switch was on by default in OpenXcom. I turned on explosion height, so we can have some 3D explosives. I got a confirm fire mode on. And we got some alien bleeding. Yeah. There's plenty more switches. There's also a number of large overhaul modifications for XCOM. UFO Defense, I will not be playing those. Just not interested. We're here with this game. It was the game that was requested. So you can thank Joshua. Thanks, Josh. Now, human purity run. The mind of man is holy, and we will not tolerate the corrupting presence of aliens, or heretics, or mutants on this world. Concordantly, we will not be using anything the aliens drop for us, nor will we be using anything based off of alien research. That means that I will be using medkits, motion sensors, and laser weaponry from the research tree, and that's it. No armor, no psionics, no heavy plasma, no small launchers, and so forth. This also means that we will not be fiddling with psionics. For the corrupting influence must surely mean that the aliens are attempting to infiltrate our minds, and that is unacceptable. Furthermore, we will not be using any profit from the discarding of alien goods and their bodies. If I do end up selling any of it, it will be to clear out my inventory, and I will promptly set it all on fire by building and destroying structures in my bases. Reason behind doing that is, well, we don't want the general public to be corrupted by direct access to the anathema that is these invaders, who surely must be demons sent to test us. But we will not fail that test. We will respond with lasers and with high explosives, damn it. One final note, this difficulty level must be a joke. There is no level beyond human, except for that of divinity. You can't transcend humanity until you die. As such, this difficulty level here must have been put in by insidious demons to once again test us. We won't be playing on Superhuman because it can't reasonably exist. There is nothing greater than humanity, and an approaching train agrees with me. We'll be playing on Genius difficulty instead. Not roleplay flavor-wise, Genius isn't that much more difficult than Veteran. The aliens have slightly higher stats. You will see slightly more aliens on the board, but is markedly weaker than that of Superhuman. I don't feel comfortable playing this game on Superhuman. Just, I don't know the game well enough. I'm not going to pretend to know the game well enough. We're just going to stick to Genius. And Iron Man-wise, look, anyone who's recorded a series on the internet and has experienced audio failure or corrupted video files knows that, well, you don't suddenly want to go, hey, viewers, I, lost the past 2 hours of footage, but here we are, we're back, haha! No, I'm gonna stick to my own personal ethics conduct, and you can believe whatever you want. Alright? I will be attempting to do missions in single segments without cutting. That way we can maintain, you know, the realism, the fact that there won't be saving and loading happening during the middle. Of course, you know, if my puppy decides to start a riot, or my house starts to burn down, or too many trains come by, I will, you know, make a cut as the need be. But in general, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep missions being single segments. You know, even if they end up being 30 minutes, an hour, so forth. Some missions are definitely longer than others. But yes, the human purity run. That's what I'm calling this. I think it'll be a little fun. I think it'll also be a little challenging for me. And I also think it'll nullify some of the knowledge that you folks might try and give me in the comments. You know, so that incredible lore and wisdom you would undoubtedly impart upon me, squawking over why I'm not using tactical options such as heavy plasma, or small launchers, alien grenades, whatever the case may be, throwing it all out the window, because we have to make do with the tools we have, because they are the best tools. They are the tested tools. They are the tools that will not corrupt us. Now, of course, if I want to actually win the game, I need an Avenger. I need Cydonia or bust. And should we somehow get that far in the game, we'll make an exception for the Avenger. But beyond that, no. We're good. Welcome to the Geoscape. We've got a first base that we need to pop down, and base placement certainly does matter in this game. For, you know, radar and interception ranges, particularly since we're not going to be having the hyperwave decoder. Now, there certainly are reasonable arguments for where you might place your initial base, if you want to try and be optimal. You, of course, have the United States area over here. The U.S. Can end up being your strongest funding provider overall. You've got Asia over here, where Japan can end up being an immensely powerful funding provider as well. And, you know, you place your base around there in the, like around in this vicinity, you're doing pretty good with coverage. I like to place my starting base in Europe. It covers the most amount, the largest, funding amount, number of funding nations. My apologies, words. And, I don't know. Human purity, human supremacy. Just seems better to be doing that over there in Europe land, I think. I think we'll base this in southern Italy somewhere, just for a greater range into Africa. Also because we don't need to cover that much over here, right? So maybe somewhere around this vicinity, I think, will be pretty good. Base name? I guess I'll be relying on you folks as commenters for some of the names that I'll be implementing in this playthrough, including names for bases. Now, I do have my own collection of names that I will be using for the soldiers, but they might die. And when they die, not if, but when, we'll need some great volunteers to serve the human purity movement, and that could be you. As a result, and I've given this some thought, I will accept name suggestions. I don't have a form for this. Instead, I'm going to be using the YouTube comments specifically for this video and for no other video. So, if you would like to have a soldier named after a thing, or a base suggestion that you have, or an aircraft suggestion, I think I can name aircraft, rename aircraft too. We'll take a look at that. Then, by all means, you get one suggestion. Feel free to put it in the comments beneath this video. Don't tweet it at me. Don't personal message me on YouTube. Don't email me. Don't put it 5 videos from now. It goes in this video. I check the comments regularly. When my father's not dying and my life isn't crumbling all around me, I'll notice it. It'll get put on a list. It might be used. It might not be used. Kind of depends on how much living tissue we tear through over the course of this playthrough. Okay? So, placeholder will be the name of this base for now. So, customizing your base layout. It's a convenience of OpenXcom. There's a number of arguments that you get into about, cool base defenses. You can certainly check, see diagrams of them online. The convenient wisdom, or, the most logical one would be, whenever your base is attacked, if it is attacked, aliens can come in through the access lift or through openings such as hangars. And so you want to try and funnel them and create choke points, That's the most logical way to go about it. So, if you have enabled the OpenXcom switch, or, have whatever modification that allows you to customize your base, why it would make sense for you to go for something that's more defensible. I've got a plan, though. I think that we can have ourselves a very good and very powerful and very enjoyable base if we go with something a bit like this. Now, it's a novel concept, I feel. But I think this looks pretty good. Yeah. Look at that. Now the aliens will come in from this direction. This hangar. And they'll come in from this hangar as well, and they'll come in for this hangar. And that'll be a crossfire, everyone. So as they're shooting through the various modules into whatever base defense I have, they will invariably harm themselves. For you see, the minds of these imperfect, vile creatures are weak, and they can be tricked. The mind of man is holy. Remember that. Also, let me check to see one thing. Can I rename these? Yes! Now, I will be going through some setup in the next video, and I will do a mission this weekend as well. And so whatever suggestions you end up putting, in the comments below won't get applied until a bit later. I plan on taking some time, a few hours, every weekend to record several XCOM videos and then upload them over the course of the week after onto YouTube. And so I won't respond to whatever hot tips or pleas for names that you have immediately, but they'll probably get addressed. At some point, okay? Now, I think that takes care for an initial setup video. Hope you folks enjoy the human purity run. And if you don't, then you can get fucked too. See ya.